Hey, it's me, MLB. Here's chapter 73 of Serendipity, and this one's titled Zurai. You watched, hands pressed to your mouth with nerves on edge as Deku skillfully scaled the tree. Careful, you called with brows scrunched in grave concern. Deku slowed as he got closer to Zurai and turned to look at the mum and dad lemur. It's okay, I'm a hero, he said, and his very calming words of reassurance to the lemurs made your face relax a little. Even in the middle of a crisis with animals, he still tell them that he's there to help, you thought with a small smile. Then Deku turned back to Zurai and lifted the little lemur up so that he could assess what had happened. With nimble fingers, he pulled at some of the netting and slipped it off from the small lemur's head, while the parents made noises of concern in the background. I don't think I was fast enough, he said sadly, as he wrangled the rest of the netting off the poor little lemur's body. Bring it down here, you said, your heart aching for the rest of the furry family, who still didn't know what was going on and were making a lot of noise as Deku climbed down with the little creature in hand. Pass it here, you said softly, when he got to the bottom of the tree and took the little one in your hands. The body was still warm, but very limp, and your already breaking heart shattered into shards and fell into your shoes. Your eyes welled up as you cupped the little body to your chest. I'm sorry, Deku said sadly, his eyes brimming with tears as he embraced you and the little black and white ball of fluff. Just then you felt movement and quickly looked down through teary eyes at the little bundle. Zurai stirred and you gasped with excitement. Zurai's alive, you said quickly, turning and running to the house. I need the first aid kit. Are there any cuts and scrapes? Deku asked as he ran after you. I don't know, I'll check in a second, you replied as he raced into the house, the sound of the sad and confused lemur family still in the tree, making you want to help the little one and get it back to its mum and dad as soon as possible. Once inside, Deku looked up lemurs on his phone and did his best to find out what they ate so he could make some kind of mush to feed to Zurai. So while he was doing that, you checked the little creature over for cuts and breaks. Thankfully, the little one had no broken bones and wasn't bleeding, but must have been choked by the netting and was taking a while to come around. So, according to the Wikipedia page, lemurs eat flowers, trees, bark, fruit, Deku listed. I can get some fruit from outside and bring it in to make a mush of some kind. Yes, please, he said softly. Poor little thing, it just needs some food. Deku nodded and put his phone down, then walked out the door and started looking for some flowers and fruits to make food with. He came back in with fruit from the tree that the lemur family had been in, and also a flower or two from the same tree. Here, he said, handing the items to you. Thank you, you said, taking them and handing the little lemur to him for him to hold while you made some food. I'll mush these up and then syringe it into the lemur's mouth, he said, quickly grabbing a syringe from the kit and then getting to work mushing the fruit and flowers in a bowl with some water. After successfully pulverizing the fruit and flowers, you sucked up some of the juice with the syringe and walked over to where the slightly more alert little bundle was sitting in Deku's hands. Okay, you presented the syringe to Deku, and he looked at it, then at you. I don't know how to feed it, he said with a worried look on his face. Can you try? I don't know how to either, you replied, but I'll give it a go. With a slightly shaky hand, you held the syringe to the mouth of the little creature, and it looked up at you as you bumped its mouth with the tip of the plastic. Come on, you coaxed. Just a little. Gently prying its lips to open a bit, you pushed the tip of the syringe in and squirted some of the liquid contents onto its tongue, and it eagerly swallowed it down, its tiny tongue flicking back and forth over the tip of the syringe to get more out. You squirted all of the mixture out, and then went back to get more, which was eagerly received by the little lemur, who had gotten up and was peering at you over the side of Deku's hand. "Aw," you cooed softly when the little baby didn't try and run away once it was feeling better. "So cute. But we should probably take this little one back to its parents. They're probably worried about it." Then you paused. "I hope they don't reject it because they can smell us on it." Deku looked at you worriedly, then down at the little creature in his hands. I hope not as well," he said softly, turning carefully to the front door. You put the syringe back on the table, then followed him outside, looking up into the tree near the house to see if the rest of the family were there. They were, and you smiled optimistically as they made their way closer to the branches that overhung where you were walking, chattering away. The little one in Deku's hand made a happy noise and looked like it wanted to jump out of his hand, so he quickly crouched down and held his hands to the ground so it could get out if it wished. It did, and ran off quickly to the tree, then clambered up as the rest of the family came to greet it. "Aww," you hummed as the mother lemur raced down the tree, grabbed the little one close, sniffing it over and making small noises of affirmation. Deku cupped his arm around your shoulders and pulled you into his side, sighing happily as you both watched the reunited family. "I'm glad Zurai's okay," Deku said softly. "I don't know what I would have done if... Well, there's no need to worry now because all is well and it's back with its family," you said, looking up and kissing Deku on the cheek. Oh, what a happy little chapter. Stay tuned for the next one, chapter 74, coming tomorrow.